Zakharchenko from Attorneys Association Guest Service in Ukraine, and I'm here to provide you with an overview of key 2023 labor and employment changes, as well as a brief outlook of what to expect in 2024. To begin with, I would notice that the events Ukraine is going through touched every branch of its legislation, and labor law is, of course, not an exception. It became immediately clear that its outdated provision needs to be replaced by the new ones. And at the same time, our government needed to react quickly and adapt to the new reality, because both employers and employees faced the situations for which there were no solutions on the legislative level. Therefore, in 2022, the law of Ukraine on labor relations during martial law was adopted. This law limited some rights and guarantees of employees and established some new options for employers. Not all of them were set for the permanent basis, but only for the duration of the time of martial law. However, taking into effect that this period continues, employers in Ukraine are still under the conditions of this legislation. So here are some examples of its provisions. As you may see, the written form of employment agreement became not obligatory. Maximum working hours duration was increased from 40 to 60 hours per week. The level of flexibility for employer increased with establishment of alternative methods of communications with employees, new form of employment agreement, possibility to establish distant work in case of necessity, as well as to be released from liability for failing to pay salary in time under certain circumstances, and not to grant unused annual leave to employees in some cases. More details related to the wartime legislation in Ukraine may be found in the articles we prepared for the ELA on the ELA website. The biggest update we're expecting in this year is, of course, the new Labor Code of Ukraine, the project of which has already been published. I may say that its provisions differ from the effective Labor Code much. For example, it provides for obligatory conclusion of labor agreements in paper or alternative in digital form, use of work record books in a digital form only, increase of duration of annual leave from 24 to 28 days. It also offers mediation as a tool for labor dispute resolution, specifies the features of employment relations, and provides for possibility of suspension of employment agreement, while in this situation, this option is set only for the period of martial law. That was a small part of the whole list of expected amendments, but we shall keep you informed on how the situation develops. If you need more information regarding this, you can find my bio under this video. Thank you for watching this year in review vlog, and do not forget to subscribe for current insights and updates on global labor and employment issues represented by Employment Law Alliance.